Hi everyone, how are you all doing? Let us briefly know about UNSC before going into actual content of this video. Peace and security. The Security Council has primarily responsibility for the maintenance of international peace and security. It has 15 members and each member has one vote. Under the Charter of United Nations, all member states are obligated to comply with Council's decisions. The Security Council takes the lead in determining the existence of a threat to the peace or act of aggression. It calls upon the parties to a dispute to settle it by peaceful means and recommends methods of adjustments or terms of settlement. In some cases, the Security Council can resort to imposing sanctions or even authorize the use of force to maintain or restore international peace and security. Now we all know that Putin has invaded Ukraine and a war is going on. It is a saddening fact. Even in this 21st century, it is a pity that one country can invade and go into war. War kills people, it is that simple. It kills soldiers, men, women, and worst of all, children. How can anyone even think about war these days? Haven't we all learned from history what war can do to human lives? Can't we imagine the death and destruction that a war does to fellow human beings? Now, for the UNSC to intervene in Putin's war against Ukraine, the members of UNSC has to vote for action to be taken against Russia, but India abstained from voting. It took the neutral path and believes in negotiations and talks. Why India has chosen this path is another story altogether. Now, when the general population and the army of Ukraine came to know about India abstaining from UNSC vote and in effect did not explicitly support Ukraine, there is widespread anger in Ukraine. There are lots of Indians in the Ukraine and many thousands of students who are pursuing education there. They have now become the brunt of Ukraine citizens and the army's anger. Several Indian students residing in Ukraine and attempting to escape war-ridden areas have been allegedly harassed, assaulted and beaten by the Ukrainian guards at the border area and were not allowed to cross over. It has been reported by several students who are still stranded. Many of them made videos of the harassment caused to them. Several Indians who have been camping at the Poland-Ukraine border have alleged harassment. UNSC had called for a rare special emergency session of the UN General Assembly on Russia's aggression against Ukraine. India said that there was no other choice but to return to the path of diplomacy and dialogue. One of the students, Mansi Chaudhary, who was speaking to NDTV, said that she was pulled by her hair hit with rods. She also informed that the situation worsened day by day. Some women students have suffered fractures and injuries. Chaudhary said that they were not being allowed to cross over to Poland. If someone tries to cross, they attack them with rods. They are punching them in the face. Yesterday, they also opened fire. We have been tortured like animals. This is what she said. But Chaudhary praised the efforts of the Indian embassy and informed the diplomats were helping them with food, shelter, while the guards prohibited them from crossing. The student was stranded for 3 days after she was finally allowed to return to her hostel. She said she would try an alternative route once she reached her hostel. senior resident in neurology at Sumai National University, Diksha Pandey said her experience was devastating. She said that people at the border are being tortured and harassed and failed to understand the aggression. About Indian embassy, Pandey had some stern words. The advisors informed about various train schedules from Kiev to respective western cities, but she questioned if it was appropriate to travel in the current situation. When they could not access groceries for themselves, traveling from one town to another was out of option. Pandey also added that, is there no importance for our life or something? And sometimes they say, stay wherever you are. What are we supposed to do and what are we supposed to trust here? No one is here to guide us properly. Stranded in Ukraine-Romania border, several Indian students are also stuck at the Ukraine-Romania border for the past 3 days. The temperature continuously falling to -0 degrees. They allege that the canteen and cafes nearby had shut and they are not able to access food and water from everywhere. India is trying their best to evacuate every single Indian from Ukraine. There is also a separate noble effort taken by the Tamil Nadu government. They are going to bear the travel expenses of 5,000 Tamil students in Ukraine. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Mr. M.K. Stalin announced that the state government will bear all travel expenses to be incurred for the return of the students from Tamil Nadu and Tamil diaspora who are stranded in Ukraine now. Personally, I hate war. From my end, I can only hope that this war will and should end immediately. Thanks for watching the video till the end. Please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, share the videos to all your friends and family. Thanks once again. Bye. Take care.